You're listening to the Everything Swallow podcast with Sean and Shaina Swallow.
Put on your house robe.
That's right, it's the Swallow.
And your fluffy shoes.
'Cause the Swallows are here. Make yourself comfortable. The Swallows are here. I like what you put on.
I soaked myself in the hose.
The Swallows are here. You accidentally soaked yourself with the garden hose while you were out there watering your garden?
Yes.
Right before you came.
The whole front of me.
Right before you came down into this chilly little basement?
Yes.
It's chilly down here.
It's cold down here.
I thought, boy, I should put on some socks.
My feet are wet, too.
I'm sure they are. I am sure they are. Well, hello.
Good morning, love.
How are you?
Good.
I'm excited. We're
Happy
on
Tuesday.
pretty early today.
I know.
Happy Tuesday to you. What is it? It's Super Fun Tuesday.
Super Fun Tuesday.
Super Fun Tuesday. We've seemed to have a theme now for every day.
Well, we need to.
So something to just keep us going.
Right.
Something to look forward to.
You can find a rainbow in anything.
Oh, thanks.
You're
now
welcome.
I just see a little kitten or something hanging off of a branch.
Just hang in there.
Looking over a fence or something like
Keep
that.
hanging on.
Yeah, I can do it.
That's right.
Well, today is a good day. It's Tuesday. It's a beautiful day. It's nice
beautiful
and hot.
day.
It's hot outside.
Everybody in the room, share the show. This is going to be a fantastic show today.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a great show. But every show is a great show. But today is going to be extra great because we've got guests from across the world with us tonight.
Across the pond?
Across the pond, yes. in the motherland, some would say. Now, I believe they're split up, but we'll get to that in a minute because we're going to get to Christine and we're going to get to Gavin. And we're going to talk relationships today, which is top of mind for everyone.
That's what we talk about like 90% of the time.
Well, yeah, we do talk about it quite a bit, but it's been in the news quite a bit because of the pandemic and the quarantining and all that stuff. You know, we have talked about how people are kind of getting sick of their spouses.
Right. Sick of who they're stuck with.
If you had some cracks in your relationship before this whole pandemic and the quarantine, then those are going to become crevasses. They're
big cracks now. You can see the light right through them now.
Mm-hmm. And I thought since we're going to have this relationship experts on there, you know, we should remind everyone that we have been talking about this and bring up my thinking on it. And my point is
what is that?
It's going to cause a huge boom in the swinging community and polyamorous communities, in my opinion, because people are not going to want to split up because financially you can't split up with your spouses. You got houses and spouses.
You don't want to pay that alimony.
No, you just are sick of the person you're around. So it's like...
It's really true, though. If you don't want to pay that alimony, it's really best just to try the poly thing, I guess.
I guess so, but because of who we've talked to lately and some people that we know... it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's becoming more and more prevalent in relationships.
Right.
Even our son. I mean,
our poor son.
He's 25 years old. He meets this nice girl.
She's trying to bully him into a poly relationship. And this girl is trying to
bully him into... And she's trying to, trick him with candies.
Right.
And, like
Look,
the evil witch in Narnia. You know what I mean? What does she get? Sweet treats. What does she give him? The sugary fudge.
Stop. Keep you saying it.
Okay, I'm not going to say it, but she's like, you think about it while I talk. She's
Turkish Delight.
Turkish Delight. Yes. She's like, oh, but it would be great because you and I could be girlfriend and boyfriend and we could do these sexual things and we could have this fun relationship. And then while I'm at work, you can be at home hanging out with Trevor, my
playing video games
boyfriend that I live with, and you guys could be smoking weed and playing video games. And then I come home and you guys are both like, oh my God, Simone, you're so back. I love you. And then what? She would get in the middle of the two and they would pet her and stuff like, right. So there you go. You're flopping between relationships and swinging, and then that guy's got a girlfriend. So is that girl there? So now there's a foursome. So now you've got
4, 6,
you've got
8.
orgies going on.
Just crazy.
I just don't understand. But I'm telling you, I do see this isolation, this quarantining, and all this stuff causing people to think alternatively in their marriages.
Well, we're going to talk about it here today.
So, I'm not an expert.
Right, but we're going to talk to some. We're going to talk to some here today.
We've been married 20 years, 21 years.
Yeah.
We've been together coming up this summer. That's a long time.
Man, you're getting old.
And I'm not an expert on relationships.
No?
I'm an expert on this relationship.
Are you?
Well, no. I don't know.
You're practicing.
Am I not?
You're practicing.
Okay.
So,
we're going to go ahead. Gavin is calling in right now. Beautiful Christine can call
morning,
in.
Mary
I believe
Poppins.
I saw her in the room as well. All right, here we go. Through the magic of technology, Gavin, welcome to the Everything Swallow podcast.
Nice, thank you.
Hello. Where are you calling from?
Hello.
First of all, can you hear us?
I'm calling from, so I don't know what you call them, tiny house, I think you call them in America.
Yeah.
In the forests of Sweden, right by the sea.
awesome.
Oh, well.
My accent betrays my location, I think.
That's okay.
Awesome. I want to be in the forest of Sweden right by the sea.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot more fun. Let's trade places. You can come be in my cold basement in a hot, dusty Colorado. Well, I'm so glad that you're able to call in and be with us. I'm sure there's quite a bit of time change. So are you staying up late or getting up early for this?
No, it's only 6:15 in the evening, so.
Okay, good.
Good. That's good. That's not too late then.
Excellent. Now, I thought I saw Christine was in the room. So she is, is that her right there? Yeah, I believe I recognize her. She can call in. Yeah, call all in, Christine. Let's get you guys on here and we can start talking. Now, we were checking out the website before we went on, which is always fun. Hello, Christine, you there? Ba-ba-ba.
Hey, guys.
We did it. Okay, let this establish a connection. All right. Gavin, can you hear Christine?
I can. Hey, Christina. How you doing?
Hiya.
Christina, I'm sorry.
This is weird.
Now, where are you calling from, Christina?
So I am calling from England, as expected, and
Awesome.
I'm in Stroud. I'm in the middle of a thunderstorm in the Slad Valley where I live. I'm at home, like a lot of other people right now.
Awesome.
Oh, this is very, very cool. This makes it even more exciting, right?
The magic of technology, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the best part. That's cool. And we're able to do this, and there's really not that much of a delay or lag on my end. How about you guys?
No,
It's good. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on my 4G as well, so I'm pretty impressed.
That's pretty
good.
cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, like I was saying, we were looking at the website, which is TheGroundWork.com.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just kind of checking out and what you're ready for in a new relationship, what you've done. So why don't you tell us about you guys
Yeah.
and your message,
Yeah.
and then how you're implementing that in people's lives and how other people can implement it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep, go ahead, Christina.
Okay, yeah. God, where to start? So, the groundwork came about when we've been working with people on all sorts of different topics, but what we noticed coming up again and again was, what about my relationship? What about I'm single and I'm never meeting someone? And the thing that we really heard was, I just keep doing the same thing again and again. Like, I've had this same issue and it's just magically appeared with this new guy that I've been dating for about 3 months. And suddenly I'm seeing all the same stuff
The
come
same
up again.
issue.
Yeah, like the thing we say a lot is like changing the record. Like it's like being stuck on repeat, and it's an insane thing. It drives people crazy because it seems like a different person in a different package. And so we started to dig into this, and well, Gavin and I can go into more details of our own backgrounds and what other stuff we'd been working on at the time. But to cut a long story short, we'd been through all sorts of crazy hippie therapy out there, workshops, trainings, the whole lot. And we thought, actually, I think there's a way we can really simplify this and kind of strip away some of the jargon, because I think we had both got a little weary of the kind of language and the kind of message that we couldn't tell to our families because it sounded too weird.
Right.
We couldn't mention it at work, and we thought, well, actually, this puts a lot of people off. So how do we take some of this amazing stuff and simplify it and bring it into some stuff that people can really work on themselves?
Okay, make it more palatable.
Taking all the mantras, yantras, and tantras and basically condensing them down into something you can tell your mother.
I love that.
So how long have you guys been a couple, a married couple or whatever, in a relationship?
Yeah, we're not a couple. Yeah, we're not a couple. We met as friends whilst we were working at various workshops. So I was doing workshops in something called shadow work. I don't know if you guys know shadow work. And I was doing sort of based on shadow work. It's kind of Jungian psychodrama stuff.
Okay.
And I was doing workshops in that. Christina was running tantra workshops, and we noticed that we were kind of saying the same message in a way, but without different language. And we got together and decided to put together a workshop together, which we called Authentic Dating. And we did it live at a few places, and then realized we really wanted to get out there in the world, and instead of making it local bars and places like that, venues, we decided to make it an online thing. So we took this we started about 3 years ago. It took us about 2.5 years to finish it off, and then we sent it live, and so that's what it's based on. It's based on the culmination of our workshops together, and then done in a sort of online form. But we're not a couple. That's what everyone thinks. We're really good friends. In fact, I miss you, Christina, because I literally moved to Sweden this weekend because the UK has gone clinically insane. So I decided
it's not just the UK.
Get the fuck out.
It's the whole world.
It's the whole world,
I know it's the whole world, but it's the whole world minus Sweden and Japan, it seems. So,
well, we might be joining you out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, you'd be very welcome. They're very welcoming, these Swedes, I've got to say.
I bet they are. I bet it's beautiful, too.
I'll just bring my bike. That's all I need.
They love bikes. They love them.
I know. So do I.
How long have you guys been working together then? About 3 years? Is that what I heard you say?
Oh, maybe it's even longer than that. I'm trying to cast my mind back, and it's funny because we knew that when we were making the course together, we were like, wow, everyone's going to think we're in a relationship. Do we talk about that much on the website or not? And it's an interesting one. It's a talking point. And to be honest, when we were making the course, you might have thought we were in a relationship because we spent all the time together.
Sure.
Making content and having fights with each other, and then it's
working through
an process,
That is
we
wonderful.
Actually, it felt like we were actually the course sort of takes us on a series of without going into too much detail now, it takes you on a kind of alchemical journey of like dissolution and like breaking down and then building up again. And we felt like our relationship with each other as friends kind of took the same turns as these as the course did, so when there's a particular part of the course where we had to look at shadows and our past,
right,
all coming up for us in that time as well. So it's quite interesting how art mimicked life in that way. Right,
absolutely. I think that is way more true than people even understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Art mimicking life. So this is an online course that people can take, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. It's an online course. It's 6 weeks, and it's video content and PDFs and the Facebook group. So it's kind of a combination of community and content, so that people can work through at their own pace.
Oh, that's good.
People seem to be really liking that at the moment because they just want to get on with it.
Right.
Sure. And now, I'm sorry. This course is for people who are dating, or people who are currently in relationships, or both?
Great question.
Yeah, both really, to be honest with you. This works for anyone. In fact, I had a guy who did it, who was married, and he told me that it was the best thing he could have done to save his marriage, and they did it together as a couple. It was designed for single people because we needed a hook. So as a pure kind of marketing thing, it was more about like, if you're single and you want to meet somebody. But actually the content in there is for everyone. It's for absolutely everyone. So whether you're in a relationship or you're looking for one, or you're just you're just in lockdown and don't know what else to do with time, and getting yourself ready, preparing it. And that's why we call it the groundwork. It's essentially laying the groundwork for that new building that is your life.
Yeah, and learning those lessons that you're repeating over and over again. I feel like Sean and I don't know if you guys know much about us. We've been married for 21 years this summer.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We love each other. We're best friends. We spend like 90% of our time together. We work together on a couple different levels, but we have the most amazing love life and relationship, I would say. But we spend a lot of time working on it, and that's what we end up talking to people about all the time, because they're always amazed at what we have and how we are together. And so we are always encouraging other people to do the same, to be the best person they can be, to be the healthiest they can be, to be in a healthy relationship with someone else.
And you're really demonstrating that as well by having the podcast, and you're not just doing it, but you're doing it and then getting out there and showing other people how to do it. You're modeling this for people. It's fantastic what you guys are doing.
Thank you. Gotta live by example, right? Lead by example.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's super exciting. I love hearing the way you talk about it, and I would love to talk about some of the structure of the course, because I bet there's stuff that you guys just work on and do and have come up with in your relationship that is quite similar, I imagine.
I bet it is. I would love to hear about it.
Yeah, I was looking through the website. I was actually intrigued about possibly going through the workshop. Just
we should.
I love workshops.
Well, Sean and I we're certified in many areas.
and that was kind of our thing. We've gone through a lot of different phases in life from
we're in Tantra right now.
We're in Tantra training right now. Yeah, exactly. But we started out in a party sense together, and then I brought kids to the relationship. We didn't have any kids together, so we raised these kids, and so we took every small course, every chance we could to learn about becoming better people together, better parents, and just better lovers. And it's kind of paid off. And then we got into ministry, and of course, there's always stuff going on for couples there.
You always
so we
get
went to every
there.
couples retreat, and then we framed all them certificates. I'm certified in loving my wife according to John 3:6-4. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I totally do. Yeah, we got to go home and print them at home, but I still got it. So I'd love for you.
You're in Colorado as well, I lived there for a year, and it's a fantastic place, and I don't know whereabouts you are, but certainly certain parts of Colorado, it's teeming with that type of thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it sure is. It really is. So I'd love for you to go through some of the facets. We are. We're trying to spread it as much as we can.
It seems to be dripping off of us, and we try to spread it around as thick as we possibly can.
Yep. We're loving on everyone we know, and we're trying to. When we find a good book, we just got a new book from this guy that we know, and it's called Urban Tantra. And it's and so that's he's like, this is my Bible, and it's kind of the book that we're going through. He's mentoring us and through the sacred art of touch, and so
is that Rebecca Corellis? Is that her book?
I believe so. Rebecca, is that what you said?
I believe so. It's upstairs.
Yes. I bought 5 of them. And we've been give them as gifts. You know what I mean? We have friends, we have people or fans that come into our lives that we know can benefit from knowing these things. Then we got them upstairs to give them a book.
Yeah, we'll go through it together.
Right?
You can go through it with us.
Spread the cause, spread the message, spread the love. So I would love to hear some of the the facets of your guys' workshop.
Cool! Wow, that sounds amazing. What you guys are doing, I think that's a great book, and what an attitude as well to the whole thing. Like Gavin said, the whole process of the course is choreographed to take you on a journey into yourself, kind of down and then back up out again. So another thing that we feel really strongly about is that this kind of personal development, spiritual development, isn't all about the kind of up and out, moving towards the light stuff. We've both had experience that have taught us actually what we need to do first is go down. So that's kind of the first part of the course, is looking at what's been going on in my past? What are some of the patterns that have come up? What is this stuff that keeps happening? And then we kind of deconstruct that with people. So we work with, like Gavin said, some Jungian psychology, working particularly with the shadow. So those parts of yourself that kind of come in and take over and sit in the driving seat all of a sudden, that you don't really want to accept or see about yourself, but they have an immense power. So it's really about acknowledging, and we call it shining the light on the shadows, that part of the course. And another way that we shine a light on what's going on this is one of my favorite parts, is we're working with archetypes. So the concept of there being these archetypal energies, or almost characters within all of us that we see in like films and movies, like the hero or the mother. And we break down a lot of love archetypes. And this way people can see, they can kind of step back from themselves and not take everything so personally, and get out of the mess of what's going on in their love life, and go, okay, when I do this, this is the kind of character, this is the kind of archetype that I'm in. Or when I meet this kind of guy who is like a bit of a knight, but then he turns out to be a bit of a shit, then this is what's going on.
Right.
This is, I'm being a bit of a maiden, or I'm being, this kind of work. And I think that's one of the massive kind of core pieces. And then another part, which I'm sure you guys can relate to, given that you're working with Tantra stuff at the moment, is about our emotions in the body. So,
right.
For example, around being single and dating, that could be about, okay, when I'm chatting to someone, when I'm going on a date, when I'm getting that feeling in my chest that maybe something's not quite right, but I want to override it. Let's just slow that down and connect and see what's going on there. So there's a lot about the body, particularly in the later part of the course. And then we're also looking at kind of the cognitive side of things, like the stories that we may layer on top of those body sensations. Like, okay, when I get that feeling in my chest, I tell myself a story like, I don't think this feels right. I'm not sure about this guy. He's annoying me already. But I probably can't get anyone better, and I didn't have a great experience before, and actually maybe I should just give him a go, and da-da-da-da-da. So all these kind of scripts, if you like, that people can layer on top. And then the last section of the course is really about opening to love. So they've been on this whole journey of discovery. And I mean, Gav, do you want to talk about this part? Because I know this is one of your favorite, like, closest to your heart bits of the course.
Yeah, it is. And it's funny because when we were writing it, we were taking sections that we're really into, and Christina's really into archetype, and that's really her baby. And so when it was the final part, it was about manifestation, and it was just something that was really, like, I could have written it 3 times over. We had to chop all this stuff out, but it's like, what am I wanting to bring into my world? And, this isn't about writing a list or, a perfect partner or any of that stuff. It's about feeling it in the body. Again, it comes back to the body. It's about feeling what it feels like to experience that in the present moment, and almost going into that future place as if it's already happened. And of course, we know this stuff. It's not new to people like yourselves and people on this call, but it's about, you're essentially coming back from that future place and thanking that present place for getting you to where you are in that so-called future place.
I love that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I love that. Well, that's just proper manifestation.
Yeah, exactly. But it's that, but it also takes into consideration the previous weeks as well. So we're not manifesting from this kind of broken, we're all broken, obviously.
No,
the key is not to
you manifest from the hope.
Well, specific.
You manifest from that place of knowing that you deserve this shit. It's not like you're trying to be something you're not and wanting something, because then you're ultimately manifesting the energy of want.
Right.
But you're coming at this, and there's a great exercise, I think it's week 5, Christina, correct me if I'm wrong, it's about looking in the mirror and talking to that inner child that still lives within you, and valuing you and all that you've gone through and all that you've had to do to get to where you are now, just saying thank you, and then manifesting from that place of knowing that you fucking deserve this. Sorry, I've just sworn.
That's okay.
No,
you're totally fine.
Sorry.
I feel like I've been doing that, what he just said, my whole life.
You have been doing that as long as I've known you. and then you've been making me do it.
I know. And look at what's happened to your life. It's gotten so great.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, look at your lives.
I agree. Yeah.
Must be some magic in it.
There's a lot of magic.
know,
There's a lot of magic in it.
I hear that a lot.
I really love what you're throwing down. You know what I mean? I can relate to exactly what you're saying, and I'm intrigued for sure. I'm definitely interested.
Well, I think that we probably have about, I don't know, 500 followers that we talk to on a regular basis about this.
In this vein.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
I mean, I'm excited. I want to start a group and see who's going to sign up and take the course.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we've talked to so many people, especially during this whole COVID thing, and you can't really date. You can't really go out. People are doing virtual dating, which makes it even weirder, you know? And so it's like, man, and so like I've been telling everybody during this COVID time, just take the time to heal yourself. Take the time to learn yourself. Take the time to love yourself. Take the time to really find out what you want in life. And when you get back out with people, you're going to be able to navigate better because you're going to already know what you need, what you want, what you desire.
And Shaina's really big on this message, and maybe you guys can relate, is take a look at all those failed past relationships and stop trying to micromanage what went wrong and just decide about them what you didn't like and you're not going to carry forward with you into your next relationship.
And what you did like.
And you have standards now.
Yep. And you look for the goods and you look for the negatives without beating yourself up.
Yeah.
Because
exactly, yeah.
It's a lesson.
Don't use the new tools as a way to beat yourself up, you know. It's not just a new stick, is it? It's acknowledging it.
It's a fancier flogger. Well, several people in the chat room have already said that they would definitely be interested. Amita says she's newly divorced, and after being married for 10 years, she's still trying to figure out who the hell she is because she doesn't even know what she's looking for. Now, we do know a lot of women, when we're having girl talk around here with Shaina, that are kind of in this same situation. They've been married this X amount of years, and whether it's emotionally, physically, even in the kitchen, they don't know what they like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they've been spending all this time giving and catering to the kids and to the husband and to all the other things that life is pulling on you, your social circles and the PTA and all that stuff. You don't have time to think about you.
Right.
And so now this is Amita's place where she's got to find that.
Right. Find the new, find her, find what she wants, find what she's looking for. But I don't know. I find that so many people don't take the time for self-reflection and accountability. It's always the other person's fault or the situation's fault, but you have all the power.
Actually, my parents' fault.
You have all the power. You have the control. You know. Yeah. That's what I tell people.
Right. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I love that, Shaina. It's exactly about that. It's how much we give our power away or how much we choose not to.
Right.
And ultimately, you know, when we choose to be the victim, we've completely given our power away.
Absolutely. And you just continue to do it over and over and over and over again, rendering yourself powerless. And that's silly. That's ridiculous.
It's so silly. I love the fact that you're saying that's silly, and it's like at the same time silly and so powerful, you know, and that's why we give people a chance to really go into the feelings, because I'm really feeling to the people that you're sharing about who've come through divorces, and also all the people who are facing up to their stuff in lockdown without feeling like they have much of a choice about it. And like Gavin was saying about manifestation, like we're really big on that feeling of, you know, like feel it. Feel the grief, feel the anger, feel the mess ups of what happened and how painful that is. Yeah. But don't stay there.
No,
you know?
No, because
don't stay there.
When you really feel it, you understand it. And then
it doesn't own you anymore.
Right. You've brought it to the light. You're looking at it. You see how ugly it is, and then you can be like, "Wow, that was really ugly." Now I got to move away from that.
Yeah. And also as well, we've got, I don't know what it's like for you guys, but in the UK we have this sense of you certain feelings or emotions are just unacceptable and certain ones are acceptable in society.
Right.
So anger is often an emotion that's very like, oh, you're not allowed to be angry.
Right.
Or for like little boys, you're not allowed to cry. But it's like, it's what it is to be human.
Right.
If we can just feel that feeling of what happened or what we feel inside us, and we just let that grief or that anger flow, we don't have to direct that at another human. We can just let that flow through us. And then it doesn't control us anymore. It doesn't own us anymore. We kind of own our shit in that case, and then we can move on. And yeah, absolutely.
It helps too, I think, if you are doing that with a partner or somebody else, that they don't pick it up or feel offense that what you're feeling has anything to do with them.
Yeah, that's so true. And there's something about the beauty of, like, one of the reasons why we did funnel this towards single people is the potential clear space of being single. And like we said, this course can apply to anyone because it's really foundational stuff. But we were like, wow, that's so inspiring. And we want to turn around that kind of cultural concept, which is so outdated, of being single is a problem. You need to get rid of it. You need to get out of it as soon as possible. You need to cram it full of like dating and changing your hair and all that stuff. And we got so sick of that. It's like it's an incredibly potent time where you don't actually have to worry about
anything.
It's, as you guys know, when you're with someone and you're doing your emotional work, like, wow, it's really complex because you have to manage your process, their process, your process together.
Absolutely.
Whereas when you're single, like, there are a lot of challenges, but it is an incredible opportunity.
Man, I didn't date a lot before I met Sean. I didn't have long-term boyfriends. I was single. And I loved it. I loved it so much. But that's when I did all of my learning and all my growing. Absolutely, I did. And I did workshops. And I did, hippy dippy shit. And I did the feeling, the everything, because I wanted to know about Shaina. I wanted to know everything about Shaina because my mom just told me that my whole life. If you don't love yourself and understand yourself, you can't truly love someone else or be loved by someone else. And so I was like, awesome. Let's get to know this girl. And now I love her.
I do too.
To get from your mother as well.
But that's what I try to tell all of the women that that follow us and that love us. That's what I try to tell them all. It's like, it doesn't matter what you look like. It just matters who you are on the inside and how you choose to love yourself, because that's how you're going to be able to love somebody else in the fullest. I mean, people think I'm crazy how I love Sean.
You are, and I don't ever take a medicine. Your message is the best message ever, and it's know yourself,
right,
inside and out. And if you do that, if you take the time up front to do that, then you've got a better, you were lucky ones that was able to do that as a teenager and in your early 20s to go and be free and learn yourself.
Right.
Some of us,
I mean, sexually, every way, every way you have to learn yourself. And if you don't, you're your own stumbling block.
Oh, bam. Mic drop. All right, guys, thanks for coming.
She's channeling Ruby.
Whoa, look at her go. Yeah.
Who's Ruby?
I don't know. Ruby.
Rumi.
Read that. Can you remember that poem that we used, Gav? The Rumi poem?
Oh, I don't have my computer in front of me.
Oh, that's okay. I'll look it
up. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to understand and dissolve the blocks that you've built against it.
Yeah.
Rumi.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to look it up.
Paraphrased, very paraphrased.
That's okay.
Well done.
Well,
Rumi.
The shitter witch said Rumi said that. So
yes. That's Heather. So
okay, she's
another powerful influence. That we're surrounding ourselves with these new and different, powerful, spiritually awakened people now.
Right.
That is definitely not changing, but it's advancing our journey.
Oh yeah.
Because we spent 10 years in hardcore ministry. You know what I mean? Pushing
Jesus.
Pushing a different pushing a different side of the truth, a different version. You know, everything's leading to the same thing. You know, everything's talking about love. Everyone's talking about acceptance. All these different paths that we're on are just trying to take us to a place where we better understand ourselves and our universe around us and the people that we interact with. And for a time, we did that through the Bible.
Do you know what I learned?
It doesn't change me. I'm no less of a Christian now because now I'm taking different paths through different ways of learning about my love and life experiences.
I got out of all of our time in ministry was that I was doing it right. It is all about love. Yeah. I don't need a doctrine. I don't need a person. I don't need a entity to tell me what it is. I'm just going to keep walking in love.
Right. It is inside of you.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's inside of all of us.
It's inside of you.
Absolutely. That's fun. This is exciting. Oh. I know.
You had a bit of a Catholic upbringing, didn't you, Christina? Being Irish?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't really not in Ireland, or certainly when I was born there.
Yes.
So, that was the option.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah. The Catholic Church is something else.
It's very different, yeah.
We worked in the Christian church. I was born and raised Catholic. Sean was born and raised Christian.
Pentecostal. That's what we were right down the street from the snake handlers.
I now just call myself spiritual because I don't like any of those titles.
I call myself aware.
I can relate to that.
A warrior?
Aware.
Oh,
I like a warrior. I'm that one. I'm what she said.
An aware warrior. Yeah. An aware warrior. It's quite hard to say.
Great.
It's great.
That's right. So now let me ask you guys a couple questions about you guys. Are you in relationships?
Yeah, we are both in respective relationships. You go first, Gavin.
I'm. Well, my partner's Swedish, hence why the move to Sweden. We've been living in the UK for 4 years, and I think I just needed to get out of the mental asylum. And she was saying for a long time, okay, we should go to Sweden, and I finally capitulated and said, yeah, let's go for it. So we've been together for about 4.5 years, and we have a little boy, 2-year-old.
Nice.
So all the challenges that brings, as you probably well know.
A whole new world of challenges.
Exactly, yeah. And she's great, yeah. I love her.
You know what kids do? They make you question if you guys like each other.
Absolutely. If you ever going through life thinking, I'm completely shadow free now, I've sorted myself.
Yeah, have a kid.
Come along, shine a big light and say, nah, now you're done.
And then you look and you go, where did all those shadows come from?
Oh, God, I forgot about that one.
That's right. That's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's the best. With my kids, as they grew up, I would try to help them work on their shadows and see them and know them as they went through life. Because they weren't my kids, they were Sean's kids, so they had a different mother than me. Yeah. So I was offered an opportunity here to really present something to them. And man, they're amazing people. They are so smart. I think so spiritually smart, so aware.
Yeah.
And they get all of my hippie.
Well, they get you.
Love.
Because you're the stepmom, they liked her more than they liked either one of us.
They like me more than
exactly.
they liked you.
Way more than they liked their birth parents, you know what I mean? And I was in the house.
Well, because we have been together for so long, everyone has an argument, everyone has a fight. And the kids would just tell him, Dad, we're going with Mom.
Yeah.
Because I'm mom. And so they call me Mom, I'm Mom. And it would be like, well, none of us are going anywhere, so buckle up.
Yeah. I imagine you were very present, Shaina, and that's what children want. And, I think that's what we all want, because we're all essentially big kids anyway.
We do.
And we've constructed this emotional kind of shield around what we really want. But, ultimately kids just look at you and say, can you be present with me?
Yep. They want your time. And, yep. They want your time, and they want your energy, and they want your love. And that's really about it, and then they make you grow so much more. just by giving them that. But they also like structure and rules as well.
They do.
I was pretty strict.
Yes, you were. Yes, she was strict on all of us.
I was raising all three.
So I'm reading through here, and I have a question for you. I don't know if these are broken down into sections of the workshop or not, these 6 different points here. But number 3, or the third one up here with the clock on it, you get jealous of friends in relationships. We seem to have that happen a lot of times with people that come and are around us, it's both single and in relationships. They get so envious of the way that we communicate or the way that we are with each other that it affects them in their personal lives.
Yeah, and they're almost addicted to us in the beginning, right? And then when they can't figure out exactly how we're doing what we're doing, they become frustrated, get a little jealous.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay, it's such an interesting thing, jealousy, and we were quite particular about including that on the page, because when we talk about shadows, we also talk about golden shadows. So this idea of jealousy where when we have a shadow, we can't really see it clearly, so we project it on someone else. So we might project like, wow, they're so unfair, or they're so aggressive, but we also can project our golden shadows. So the things that we are deep inside, but we haven't fully manifested. Ooh. And rather than seeing outside and going, wow, I am inspired by this, the outside, and on some level it's like, this is a part of me that I cannot own yet, so I feel jealous when I see it. Right. I'm going to project it onto this couple, that they're perfect and they're killing it and they're all the things that I want to be, and really that jealousy, as I'm sure you guys speak to people about, is such a gift, because like I know I'm onto something. If for example I'm going through Facebook and I see someone doing a particular thing and I'm like, oh I'm jealous. I'm a bit envious and jealous right now. And then I need to listen to that and go, okay, brilliant. That is my breadcrumb. That is my clue of the part of myself that I need to listen to and live into more fully. So, yeah, it's really an opportunity to start looking at the jealousy.
I love that.
Now, I just want to ask, just to clarify for folks, about when you say the shadows and stuff, you're kind of, in a sense, talking about negative feelings, or when you said it, I had not really heard that term used, but I immediately identified to it as I have shadows of unworthiness, in a sense, right? Is that the kind of stuff that you put over yourself like a cloak? Sometimes it just comes on you. You're like, oh, well, shit, I'm just a piece of shit then. And then you immediately identify with that
and start communicating from that point.
Then everything is filtered through that I'm a piece of shit cloth. Is that kind of what you're saying with the shadow?
The way Jung described the shadow it's that part of you and the part of me that we can't really see. Okay. It's a part of us that we actively repress, or we deny, or we hide, or we don't even know about. And so because it's in shadow and we can't see it, we tend to act from that place. And as Christina said earlier on in the conversation, she talked about who's driving the vehicle or who's driving the bus or whatever.
Right.
And we can often react to situations based on, it's kind of we go into this automatic process of reaction. And that tends to be often cases that we're acting out of our shadow. So just to give an example of that, and I think it's one we use in the course. So if I'm, when I was a little boy, had a birthday party, about 5 years old, and I was really excited. All my friends were there, and I jumped on the table and started banging around and saying, yeah, look at me, look at me, look at me. And my mum said, get down from that table now. You're showing off. Stop showing off. So I put that into my shadow bag, as it's sometimes known. And then when I get older and I go through life and I see someone else showing off, my reaction might be, you big show off, you big,
Yeah, why does he get to show off?
Got it.
Why does he get to do that and I don't?
Got it.
So that's that reaction.
I'm so much better at that than him.
Yeah, or even, I couldn't possibly do that, but he can do it much better than me. And he's allowed to do that. So that's kind of a shadow response.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. And it's causing me to look at things all of a sudden in my life.
Well, you should be.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm starting
Everyone should be.
At this moment, I'm saying, oh, you know what? I do that in this right now. You know what I mean? So,
well, I can. I just have a list of people running through my head
Yeah.
that I think, oh, I hope they're listening.
Yeah, well, I
Because
can.
that's so great. And you don't even realize that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't even realize
and that's
that.
the essence of the shadow.
Yeah, exactly. That's how come you don't even know it's there, you know? And that's when someone brings it to your attention, then you have the opportunity to either get mad about it or look at it and be like, okay, well, shit, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know? What do I do to get rid of that? Yeah.
Oh, maybe. And instead of I don't like that and trying to push it away, which many of us do, maybe it's about, shining the light on it, accepting that could be a shadow and deciding to transform that shadow into something more useful.
Productive.
So this is about transforming shadows. It's not about, seeing
love
the shadow
that.
and then trying to push it down even further.
No, because it's always going to be there.
Because it's going to be there, exactly,
Right.
yeah. Then it comes in our reaction.
Yeah.
It's a great process. We do a great process, and I think it's week 2. Christina can correct me if that's not true. It's a great process to discover as a sort of like a little game that we play, and it can help people discover what their shadows are without actually saying, hey, what's your shadow? Because if I said to you, what's your shadow, you might not have a clue. Most people wouldn't have a clue. This game that we play kind of is a little bit tricksy, and it helps to guide that to guide the user through finding out in a
self-discovery.
So it's quite clever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's a way to maybe help people that aren't as good at looking internally do small exercises to do that.
Yeah, and I don't think, if we were asked a question like that, then we're going to use our in the shadow work world, we call it our risk manager. We're going to use that part of ourselves that has been in operation since we were little.
Oh, yeah,
because
I don't have any
to
shadows.
come up with an answer that's
what are you
acceptable.
talking about? Right.
Totally.
Whereas that's not the point of this exercise. The point
Right.
of this exercise, this little game, is to be a little bit tricksy and to
Get to the root.
that.
Get to the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sometimes once you name it, is all the power it
takes.
needed,
Yep.
and then it's like, it fizzes out like a balloon.
Like a balloon, it
You
just
know what I
shoots
mean?
off. You're like,
And,
oh.
there's a lot of things in my life that I have had that experience with. It's like once I realized where it come from, then it wasn't a stumbling block anymore, or it wasn't an issue in my marriage.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or I stopped stealing out of people's purses. Do you know what I mean? It was just simple.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
still
you.
working on that one.
No, well, it's been a very rewarding couple days.
I love it. Yeah, I love that though. That's very good. We will do this course because
I'm 100%.
I'm a big.
I got 6 weeks.
Knowledge is power, and the more you know, the stronger you can be.
Yeah, totally. And that's just it. I have 6 weeks to make myself a better person for another 50 years.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm living to 150.
No.
I mean, no. I don't know. 150 seems a long time.
That's a long
My
time.
knees are tired.
Yeah, already. You're gonna have to get rid of that legs.
So I'm gonna share just the link. I see it says log in here. So if I go right to TheGroundWork.com or dothegroundwork.com, I can sign right up right here, and I can start taking the course.
So now,
Yeah, and we have a kind of a special offer at the moment, particularly because of everything that's going on. Like partly why we did this whole thing was to make this kind of work accessible to people. So we have an offer at the moment where people can choose how much they pay.
Wow, that's pretty generous of you.
Yeah, we both we talked about this a lot. I mean, we put in so much effort and love into the course, and we kind of realized that what was most important to us was that more people do it.
I love that.
And yeah, particularly right now, it's just, so there's a full price, and then you can go up to 90% off that price at the moment. So you
Right.
basically pick that on the homepage. So it's pretty accessible.
Do you want to know what I have found in this time? I'm an artist. I sell a lot of things. And during this time, I have found that doing that, people are being so generous and so giving and like almost really seeing the value of things. So I really hope that you guys fare well from this whole thing on your website. I hope all of the listeners go and take this course, because married, single, just being human, you should take the course because you need the growth, right? We all do.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And I just hope that they all do this, because you guys are changing lives. We're changing lives. That's how we have come together, to change even more lives, and make this a better place. So I love that. People pay it forward. Sometimes they'll even pay more. So when those people who can't afford, it will still cover that cost as well. No. So I just speak good, prosperous things for you guys.
I've become a better tipper.
Bless you, thank you.
That's such a generous thing for you to do.
The only problem I'm seeing is there's not a dollar sign. It's got some funny little squiggly thing there in front of the numbers.
Oh, is that true? Is it not coming up with dollars?
No, well, yeah, it must not. No, yeah, it's coming in pounds.
Yeah.
Right? No, euros, pounds. It's coming in. I think they're called pounds.
Is it the funny shaped L with the lines, or is it the E with the lines?
It's the
I
E.
thought we had a piece of software that would actually change it to dollars depending on where you were. But
I figured it would pick up that I was my
it's
brother.
just a setting.
You think so?
I'm sure. That's always
I don't know.
It's fine. People will figure it out.
Everyone tells me do not touch the settings, so I'm not going to mess with these poor people's website.
Well, I want to know. We never got to hear Christine's relationship status.
Oh my gosh,
Christina!
Oh yes, let's not miss that out. So, I'm in my partner lives with me here in Stroud. His name is Rob, and we've been living here for the past few years. He's a surfer, so I'm ever humbled by the fact that he moved from Cornwall, right by the ocean, to be up here in the inland with me.
Oh, that's nice
so
of him.
To escape on a regular basis to do his surfing, but so we've been together for a similar length of time as Gavin and his partner as well. And the funny thing is that we started developing the early stages of this course, and with that art mimics life thing, like, we both met our partners through the process.
Wow.
So,
I'm a big believer in that, though. It's all part of it.
random.
Yeah. Was it hard for your guys' partners while you guys were working together and building this and dreaming this and bringing this to life? Was it hard to manage that relationship as well?
I don't think it was, I mean,
She used to come and help out, didn't she?
Maria would come and help us out, and Rob helped us with stuff as well. Like, I think in any case where you're working a lot on something and super focused, then the key was like, okay, keep making space for the relationship.
Yep.
But, and keep, as you guys model so well, like, keep working on the relationship as well as being all in this creative process. So actually, it was quite collaborative. We got so much help from Maria with her opinions on, like, she just had really amazing input through the process.
I love that.
Well, the subject matter deems that your partners need to be involved.
Well, I'm just asking.
You know what I mean? Kind of.
I'm just asking because, you know me, my own thing that I think spiritually and stuff, it's like, had that not been the right partner for you, it would not have felt that way.
Right, of course. Everything had to
they liked the process, they saw the beauty in the process, and they wanted to be a part of it as well, which I think is something that you do for your partner when you truly care for your partner. You want to see them benefit, you want to see them grow, you want to see their dreams come to fruition just as the same as yours, so you help each other, right? Your armor bearers.
It helped that we were all friends and we used to hang out anyway.
Yeah. See, that's great.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it just helped that it was what we talk about when we had a night in with some drinks, for example. We just talk about the course and how we could improve it, and so it's good.
Try out the games.
It was really
right.
And Rob's done very similar to work like this. He's been in the tantra world for years, hasn't he? So.
Yeah,
therapeutic stuff and all of
amazing work.
Conversations.
Gosh, it's it's funny. I feel like we're getting a late start on this world because we could have, but I'm excited.
Who's that?
You and I.
Me and you.
Well, mostly me.
It was your fault.
Mostly me.
We were waiting for you.
We were.
Yeah.
Well,
but you're accelerating right along.
Yeah, well, I'm a good learner.
And also, like, one of these amazing concepts in Tantra about transformation and awakening being possible in an instant, you know? And, and when you've done all that work beforehand, like, miraculous.
Absolutely.
Happen energetically and emotionally in a second. So,
and that's what I feel like is happening to Sean.
Yeah. Because you can unintentionally be practicing something and not know that you're doing it in word.
Yeah.
You know, in the words.
Yeah.
This has been amazing. I'm ready to sign up.
I know. Is this a timeshare?
Yeah, exactly.
America as well, do you?
And when you guys get a chance and you can and you come to the U.S., you come to visit, you got to come to Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
So you
Whereabouts
swing
in Colorado are you guys in?
We're right outside of Denver.
We're in Littleton.
Yep,
Oh,
right.
me too. I used to live in Aurora.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So we're west.
We're closer
you
to the
east,
mountains.
We're west, right? We're in Littleton, so.
We live right at the foot
Foothills.
of the foothills in beautiful Colorado, Jefferson County.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is nice.
Very beautiful place. Yeah,
so
I used to
beautiful.
go to the University of Colorado.
Oh, very good.
I studied there, for a year. It's kind of an exchange thing. So
Man,
I have
good
a
for
real
you.
love for Colorado, yeah.
Was that was that before weed was legal or after?
Oh, do you know, I didn't really do any of that. It was quite...
So then it was
weird.
before.
It was before.
So it was, yeah.
Because now, now you
20
can't
years
miss
ago.
it. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
It was before.
Yeah, it's a little bit different Colorado now, right?
Yeah, now you're kind of required. You come, you cross the state line, they throw a gummy bear in the car. The state patrol pull you over to make sure you have them.
That's right.
As you come in, you cross the state line now and come into Colorado. There's a pot. You know, there used to be.
We drove in from Texas. Not long ago, and I mean, we drove in and we crossed the border, and literally, like maybe 20 miles in, dispensary.
Yep.
It was like, oh my god!
Just smell it in the air.
Yes. Oh, everywhere.
Oh, they're fields. Like instead of cornfields now, it's just fields of pot.
Huge. Yes.
Goodness. So by the time we get to your house, I'll be asleep.
Yes.
Oh no, we'll get you the right strain.
You're not good with that stuff, are you?
I can't handle this stuff.
That's right. No. Now you go in and they say, what's your elements? What you need? It'll put you to sleep. Not this stuff.
Yeah.
You'll stay awake for 3 days on this stuff.
Well, it's like you can literally go into a dispensary and say, okay, here's the deal. I want something that's not going to make me tired, but I don't want to overthink stuff. I do not want to get paranoid or I don't want to get hungry, but I kind of want to feel buzzed and I want to giggle. And they're going to be like, okay, man, what you need is this OG alien grape right here. This is the stuff. It's heady and it's giggly, but it's not sleepy, and you never get hungry. You know what I mean? It's like they have worked it out to a science. You know what I mean? Just like any good medicines anymore.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But I will tell you something. The medical properties of it, the CBDs and the Charlotte's Web and the pain relieving stuff is amazing.
Yeah. What it's doing for epilepsy, it's doing for people with seizures and arthritis.
Yeah.
Is also good. And then people that are stressed out and don't want to be around their kids, it works well for that.
This little helper.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's easier than drinking alcohol. Then you don't smell like alcohol. You don't have a sippy glass full of wine. You just got a bag full of gummies.
Exactly. It's better than Prozac.
It is better than Prozac.
You're more fun at the soccer games, probably.
Or you're asleep. Just
Yeah,
depends
one
on
of the
which way it goes for you.
Yeah.
Right, sold. We're coming to visit.
Yeah, right? I know. We work for the tourist company.
You guys come out here. We'll take you to the dispensaries, and then we'll take you to all the hot springs.
Yeah. I'm sure. But I want to go to... can we go to Switzerland first?
Yes. Let's go there.
Sweden.
Aren't they close?
Everyone mistakes it. It's normal. Yeah.
Oh, no.
They just sound the same. They start with SW. That's it.
Yeah, that's our SW.
That's no relation.
Well, you know what? We did love that Volvo.
Oh.
Yeah, Volvo. That's sweet.
Volvo. That's our connection.
Yeah,
that's
we
our
had one and we
one
loved
degree
it.
of
you
separation.
can go over there and buy
Volvo.
one and drive it around over there.
Yeah, and
It's a whole program they offer.
And I'm white as hell.
I'm tan.
So I'm part Swedish.
Yeah, you'll fit right in.
Awesome. Well, guys, I hope you guys have fun. And we love having you on the podcast. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you. It's been fantastic.
So much.
Yeah,
it's so great to meet you.
You're so alive.
Yeah. Anything you want to, it's open forum at this point.
You guys are welcome back whenever you want to come back.
Yeah, or anything you want to talk about.
You want to talk about something?
Yeah.
Come back. We'll talk about it.
Totally.
We love to listen. We can even have listeners text in, call in, ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys would ever like to do anything like that, we're open to that. But
I'm curious if listeners have any questions right now, because I noticed there's a chat function on here.
They do. I know they do. Mrs. Sheriff.
To answer any questions.
There's a few in here, like Anmita had said about Amelia was trying to. Oh, someone was trying to call in about being, married for all those years and trying to figure out who she is and what she's looking for. This might be a good avenue for her to kind of walk her through some of that stuff as well, huh?
Is she still in the room? I know Mary Poppins is in the room. Mary Poppins, do you have a question for them about your relationship? Amita's there.
Amita's here.
What you got, Amita? Dina Joe. Oh, Dina Joe's going to look into the course. Yes, you're on a path of growth. Dina Joe's amazing. She's always growing and changing. She's one of the most amazing humans ever. Let's see. Let's give them a minute.
But this would be a good course for Amita, going through this transition of becoming single.
Oh yeah, definitely. In terms of reconnecting with herself and giving herself a gift of sorting through, it's really easy after these processes of separation to get so elated by it, which is incredible. But this is also giving space for some of the reflection, forgiveness, moving through it, having some accompaniment through that as well. So yeah, we'd love to have her on board. I think it's ideal timing.
I do too. Now, let me ask you guys a question. We have a lot of listeners that are not married, just in a dating relationship. I think it would be a wise thing for them to take the course by themselves. Do you think, or do you think they should take it with their partner?
Their dating person.
Well, they're living with, or you know what I mean? And I'm just curious as to what you guys would say to that.
I mean, I think that the biggest thing I would say about that is that there needs to be kind of an equality of motivation, and that oftentimes one person might be super motivated to do something like that, and they're all in, and they're kind of dragging along their partner by the leg,
exactly.
Who's going, okay, I'll do it for you.
Exactly.
And actually, I think if you have any sense that you need to convince your partner, or that you're doing it so that you could kind of change them, or that, this kind of grey territory there, I think do it on your own.
Love it.
For yourself.
I love it.
First and foremost. But if you're both like you guys, I can totally imagine you doing it together, because it sounds like you're both right, equal, let's go. And in that case, I think, wow, what a fantastic thing to be able to share
to
on
do
that
together.
level with your partner.
I love that. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's where my heart was at on that. So I love that you said it that way, because it is about growth, and it is about the healthiest, positive growth. What do you have there, Sean?
Gavin, can you see there's a text there? This is a person that's recently broke up, and they had their heart broken, but they feel like they've recovered and they're ready to move into a new relationship, and they think, how's the best way to do that smoothly? That's a big question.
Yeah, it's. I mean, without the specifics, obviously, of what that means to say,
yeah.
I've had my heart broken. It's difficult to know what that means for them. But yeah, this time between that space of having someone in your life and this future relationship that you'll have, this is the time to look at what it was that happened. Is that a repeating pattern? Is it something that's not negotiable for you? Do you not want that to happen again, or was it your sense of who you are in this, and what was caused based on your previous your life, for example, the way that your parents were with you, and how you can potentially change that record, as we say on the course. And it's a two-way thing, isn't it? It's a dance, like everything. It's a dance. There's not just one part of this; it's two parts. So coming back and extracting yourself from that, and realizing what part you played and what part they played, taking away the stories that you've made up about that, and really just seeing it for what it is, and seeing where it might came from in your past, and trying to change the record into moving into a new place based on what you then learn about yourself. Does that make sense?
It does. It's kind of like becoming aware and learning what built up to that breakup and heartbreak, and then making sure you're aware of that moving forward, so you don't repeat those types of things.
And taking away the stories. I love how
I
he said that.
Take away the stories.
Taking away the stories that you've made up about the situation, because that's not the real thing. The real thing is a long time ago. The real thing is something else that you need to fix in yourself, not that one thing with that person. Oh my gosh, can you imagine all these divorced people out there? You can.
Every night.
Could you imagine, though, if you had a great relationship and you ended it, and then you took this course, and then you were like, oh my God, it was me.
Yeah, it was me, or I was. It was that stupid little hang up that I had.
Yeah, it was that shadow. It was that thing.
Well, I worked with a woman who just could not give a man an inch. Does that make sense? There was nothing. Any mistake a man made was a mistake worth pointing out and causing a riff in the situation. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. No man could do right for this woman. Even when she had a guy that was a great guy for her, she would still, why, you haven't texted me in an hour and a half. What the hell's wrong with you? You out with some other chick. Obviously, you're fucking somebody else. So why don't you not even come over tonight? And then an hour later, hey, sorry. You know what I mean? Yikes. Shit like that. It's like you never get it, that it's something about you internally.
Right.
It's not about these little things that other people are always doing to you.
Right.
And until you can see what's in you, you can't move forward.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's awesome. All the stories that we make up about the situations are what make it worse.
Yep.
It's brilliant.
And she was probably trying to protect herself as well. I mean, that was probably coming from a very early relationship with a male, possibly her father, a father figure.
Right.
And she was the little girl that was still trying to protect herself.
100%.
Still using these coping mechanisms and trying to protect that little girl that still lives inside her from experiencing the same thing again and again.
That's so true. And it's so easy to get to a place of being a little unrealistic, and that is very supported with our culture, that this woman is kind of expecting guys to be perfect. And I appreciated the question about wanting a smooth relationship, and it's that kind of finding that place of realism of it might not be smooth, but spending some time to figure out what really matters, like what's non-negotiable. We've heard so much in looking into this area around these kind of crazy lists of, I want him or her to be this tall, this rich, this, that, like these very external kind of lists, and also an expectation of relationships that it's like, when I meet the right person, it will be easy.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's I'm just kind of thinking. I'm also reading the new comment from this same person. What are they saying? Also, I'm actually a student, but apparently marriage has been something scared me since I'm afraid of cheating on me. I think I'm just reading this latest comment about the wanting a smooth relationship and the fears, and I kind of just want to send out a lot of compassion and say, like, actually, love and relationships, it's kind of sold as the most exciting, happy-go-lucky aspect of our lives, and that is true, but it's also really hard and really complicated, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to be scared about it, because it is scary.
And it makes you cry.
And
sometimes.
And you are trusting that other person.
Yeah.
Like, to not be cheated on.
Yeah.
That is the biggest commitment you're asking of that person.
Right. And I want to say, like this person says, I'm afraid of my partner, and how do I get to overcome it? For me, personally, cheating I never was worried about. I'm always worried. I was always worried that Shaina was just not going to love me. And that was early in our relationship when we were really establishing that we were not going to let anything stop this relationship. I began to look at the things in my past. You know, my parents ran out on me when I was a kid. My dad physically and my mom emotionally as soon as she brought me home. And so I've always been afraid that at some point the people that were the most important around me were going to stop loving me. And I projected that on my wife. And I had to just believe and plus tell myself she's not them. She is this person, not that person. And so I can't have those feelings towards this person that I had for that one. And maybe that's what quasi-base needs to do is, you just have to accept it. And when those feelings come up, you go, no, that's for someone else. I don't get to feel those feelings for this person. I've already blocked them from that. That's how I dealt with it. Just stuff it down.
Yeah.
Just crush it down in there. No, I'm just kidding. Do you know what I mean? You accept it. You realize where it's coming from.
Right.
What motivates me to have this stupid feeling like, oh, my God, I'm going to run away and I never loved me again.
But that whole,
and you
the
realize
whole thing
it
that
comes,
you're
it's
also,
a lifetime.
As you walked through that, though, that also put you in a different place with your parents, that you then had to walk through and work through something with them.
Right.
Because you realized where it came from.
Right, yeah. Now
And then you have to heal it.
It's like fixing broken plumbing. Once you start, you got to go all the way back to the source.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Good analogy.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and every pipe's going to have a freaking crack.
Cracking. Some sort of leak, man.
Yeah.
Might be big, might
Exactly.
be small.
Thank God my little house is small. Shaina has 4 siblings, and she doesn't speak to any of them. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of things that Shaina has had to work with in her life,
through my whole life.
Abandonment and rejection from older siblings and just people that you cared about in your life that we've been able to grow through together in our marriage, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you have to look at
That's
them.
what makes us who we are, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
what makes us stronger. You know, there's that Japanese style of repairing pottery. They don't just glue it back together like we might do. They use gold
Right.
to repair these cracks, and the art becomes more beautiful as a result of that. And
Right.
It's a great analogy for how we become stronger and more beautiful through our cracks.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Oh my gosh, Sean.
Not that crack.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to make a really cheesy Rocky Balboa joke, but I thought it might be lost on you guys, Sylvester Stallone and all. That's okay. Shutter Witch says, I think everyone is afraid of being hurt, honestly.
Absolutely.
Which is totally normal, accepting that you will get hurt and you will be okay is the work. Is where the work is.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just thinking, how crazy is it to be that person? You were talking about the person you know, the woman you worked with, and how she would have this pattern of doing it over and over again. And it's like, is that really easier than just working on the problem?
That can go into hate.
Right, because you're just like stabbing yourself over and over and over again by not just cleaning it up and taking care of it and fixing it and growing from it and changing from it. I mean, that's how I feel. I feel like it would be easier to just fix the problem than to keep stepping on the nail over and over and over again. You know? I think
so true.
we're all taking the course.
We're all doing it. We're writing a course right now.
I'm taking your course as well.
Yeah.
It's easier to go down these rabbit trails here in Colorado, bro.
That's funny. Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Is there any last things you want to say about how to get a hold of you guys?
Mary Poppins says permission slip signed. Did you just sign up, Mary? I think she just signed up for the course.
I think she just signed up. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or she's just giving the analogy.
I love it.
Welcome, Mary Poppins.
Yes.
She is, when she gets off work, she's signing up.
Awesome.
So why don't you wrap us up, Gavin, and you guys kind of give us your your final thoughts.
Yes, and tell us how people can reach you, email, where they can find you, and then we'll post all that as well.
Yeah. So you can go to dothegroundwork.com. That's it. As Christina mentioned earlier on, you can choose how much you want to pay. So that's entirely up to you. You get the same level, of course, whatever you pay. It's not, we believe that money should not be an obstacle to self-development and love. And so you can go there, dothegroundwork.com, and sign up there. If you would like to email us, you can email. There's a link on the top right. You click on that, and there's a little, one of those contact forms. You can send us an email there, and we'll be happy to answer any queries you might have.
Awesome.
Anything from you, Christina?
I think you said it all. It's such a pleasure to meet you guys, and big shout out to your audience. And it's just been great fun and inspiring, and I'm looking forward to hearing your podcast moving forward now. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we are too. We're excited to see how our podcasts begin to change as well. I mean, we've always been about love and inclusion, because I think that's the message that's getting lost in the world right now. Is it's not us against them or me against you. It's all of us coming together, because we're as humans, and stop being divided. And the division is obviously, you can see all over the globe, it's tearing us apart.
Yeah,
and
right now I think it's been accelerated, hasn't it?
Big time.
Yes.
I think it's basically we've forgotten that we're all humans.
Yep.
And we need to be loyal to that. Nothing else. Because if we're loyal to us being just humans, then all that other stuff washes off, because I just want to see you do good. I want to see you do well.
And be happy.
This has been good. I feel encouraged. I put the link in the chat room for anyone who's in the room wants to grab it. Obviously, it'll be in the link of this podcast. And as soon as we're finished here, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to button and clean this all up, and I'm going to get it posted right away so that people have the opportunity to listen to it forever once it hits the internet.
Yes. Once it's on there,
it's on there forever. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come on, and it's been fantastic to speak with you and get to know you a bit more.
Yeah, thank you.
I know, I'm so excited. I feel like we made some new friends.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Anytime, if you pop on Podbean, we do lives every day, and you see us on, feel free. Jump in the show. Jump on.
Yep.
We'd love to have your input at any time.
Right. Even if you're just listening, you can just text in.
Totally.
Yeah, no?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you guys have a good evening, right? It's evening for you?
It is, yeah.
All right.
Have a good day, afternoon, morning.
Yeah, afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have lunch.
Yeah, it's lunchtime.
Have a good lunch then.
Get yourself to that dispensary and enjoy the rest.
Exactly.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome.
Well, that was fantastic.
That was absolutely fantastic. Is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, it is dothegroundwork.com. I'm going to put it in there.
Yeah.
Super killer. We're doing that for sure.
That's so great. Well, I don't know who's in the room. Who's in the room right now?
We've got all of our lovely friends and family in the room. We've got Casey Bass is still in here. Kato, Yashi, it looks like. My little window doesn't work well.
Mary Poppins.
I think Gordy's in. I tried to watch Gordy Shore
Hold
the
on,
other day.
we're not talking about that just yet.
Mary Poppins, Jess Duck, Gaga's in the room, Pacifier, Jess Duck,
Tina Joe. I just want to say, because I see Amita, Missy Sheriff, everyone. You guys, do the course. Do the course. You can pay whatever you can pay. Do the course. It won't hurt you to do the course, you know? It's not going to set you back to do the course. It could actually change your entire life. So I would suggest do the course. If you can afford to pay full price, pay full price. If you can just pay what you can pay what you can pay.
Right.
If you can overpay, try to do that too. Right? I mean, but go and make yourself a better person.
Well, you can't take a course or something like that and expose yourself to that kind of stuff and not be changed.
Right.
Even if you do it kind of begrudgingly.
Right.
Like, let's say you drug your husband along. Even if he worked 10%, you're going to go away with something that's going to change you.
Right.
So if you go in all in, I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're relationship gurus.
I don't know if I go that far, but we practice.
We practice. And this is how you practice, by being a better person.
Yep. And you talk to people and you try things. And when you talk to people and they touch you and they move you or speak to your spirit, speak to your heart, speak to your love, then it's beneficial to you to try it. And to try it, right? I mean...
Well, and the genius is you work at it's just your own pace. You're doing it right there on your computer. You're doing your exercises on your own, by yourself, in private. It's done all right there. It's done right there on their website at TheGroundWork.com. Check it out, for sure. Cassie... I don't know how to say it. It's Casey Bakes? Casey Bass? Casey Bass?
I don't know.
See, I would say bass, like a bass guitar.
Yeah.
But it's also bass, like the fish. But but I don't fish. I play guitar.
Right.
So it's bass. Casey Bass.
TheGroundWork.com.
TheGroundWork.com. It's that simple. Now, Sweden. He's in Sweden.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
By the river.
Like
by the ocean.
Swedish fish.
Is that what he said? Who the hell's ringing our doorbell? Well, I'll go. No, I will go.
It's Amazon.
Well, you go? Oh, okay.
We can wait.
All right, fine. It's bass, like guitar. Okay, Casey Bass.
All right, wonderful.
Beautiful. Well, let's all do the course together. Let's all just become more enlightened and better people and better people.
Right. Well,
better
we could do
people
the course, and if you want to talk about some stuff, we can even talk about it.
We could do the course as a
well,
not as a group, but you know what I mean, and have discussions, like have extra podcasts where we discuss the Yeah. Yes, it is more toy delivery from Amazon, Gordy. Gordy knows us. He really does. Now, before I go, I do want to talk about Gordy.
Go ahead.
I frickin' found Gordy Shores. I found them all. It won't let me watch them. You have to be in Canada.
What?
Sons of bitches. I've got it right here. Saved it and everything.
How do they even know?
Because of my browser, I'm assuming, or because of my freaking...
Here you go.
What?
You're at the gym.
Oh, yeah. I saw this. I saw that. And then,
you need to explain this.
Okay. So I did see someone say that Deanie Joe's bringing... she's bringing Sean to the course. Anyways, someone found a Barbie doll that is me.
It looks just like Sean.
It's me. It's in a tie-dye tank top. I'm always in a tie-dye tank top. It's in jean shorts. I love jean shorts rolled up. That was my jam, man. What's he wearing? Like little cons? Yeah. I mean, he's literally wearing the outfit of Sean
and
in the 90s.
And he's blonde, and he's got long hair.
Blonde hair. He's got a nice
He's even
tan,
making a little pouty duck
duck face so the ladies know I'm serious with my pucker lips.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you can go to Swallow Nation on Facebook and join the nation, and you can look it up.
It literally is a Sean Swallow action figure.
It's so hilarious.
And so all the ladies, my fan girls, they're passing around the Sean Swallow action figure. He's better than Ken, only he's still flat up front. You know? Yeah, he's awesome. So he's been to the gym, and he was doing some deadlifts. It looks like he was working on a dumbbell there.
Yeah, he was working out.
Some dumbbells. So I can't wait.
He's like a strong man.
I'm sure there'll be some bubble baths in his future.
Oh, me out.
Well, I mean, if he's going to the gym.
Oh, he's going to have to get clean.
Yeah, he's getting his outfit all sweaty and stuff.
Are you hoping that he's going to shower with Deanie Joe?
Well, he's going to. She's got to clean him up. His hair's going to get greasy. You know what I mean? She got to.
Are all these ladies going to pass around this doll and take a bath or a shower with him?
He'll fall into the guitar case. Who knows?
No,
I don't know what these girls do.
That would be hilarious.
I have no idea what all these ladies are up to.
Be hilarious.
You know, at some point, them clothes are coming off. It's the Sean action figure. You know he's got to have a Speedo in that wardrobe somewhere.
Yeah, right. I'm sure he does. That is hilarious.
Yeah, so, I mean, I can't wait. It's like Flat Stanley, only it's this Sean Swallow action figure on vacation. Or, like on tour. He's on tour with the ladies.
Great.
Doesn't just have
all
to be
I
the
have
ladies.
to say,
if Troy wants to do something,
if they're showering with you or bathing with you, there better be pictures.
well, I assume
That's the
there'll be,
rule.
There'll be pictures of everything. I don't care where action figure Sean goes. I want a photo
He
of
needs
it.
a mask.
Well, we can get him
That's
a
a
mask.
tiny ass mask.
I can get it for him. I have just the seamstress.
Yes, you do.
Maybe I should go into
Awesome.
my doll furniture and make him a throne to go with him, so people have a throne for him.
Yeah.
He needs a throne.
How funny.
Yeah, and a pot leaf. No, I don't advertise that kind of stuff.
Whatever. You put a picture on Facebook the other day with you wearing your pot leaf mask.
That's camouflage.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was
those
the green one.
Those are palm trees. Trying to trick me. I know what a palm leaf looks like.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm a Jesus fan.
I know. No one's saying you aren't.
No, but that means I know what palms look like. All right, well, very cool. I can't wait to see all the adventures that action figure Sean goes on. He's so great. He's an action figure, by the way, guys. He's not a doll.
You're Sean.
Yeah, AFS. Mm-hmm. I know Troy's going to want to get a hold of him at some point. See him.
Well.
But he's going to want to spend time with action figure Sean by the fire pit. Stuff like that.
Maybe.
No, Shaunina. No, Sean. Not Shaunita.
Shaunita.
Shaunita. No. It's
Shaunina.
action figure Sean. It's clearly just Sean.
Action figure Sean.
Action figures. AFS. AFS. Action figure Sean.
Oh, my God. That's wonderful.
Not a doll.
I love these people. They're so
I
good.
literally have that same tie-dye.
I know.
I have that same
made you that
spiral
tie-dye.
tie-dye. I need to take a picture of me next to the doll
Yeah.
and say, here's the photo I sent in to Mattel. And they picked me.
And they picked me.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got a wig. I could grow my hair back really quick. Hold on, I'll grow some more. I just grew some.
Listen.
Oh, I grew it in the wrong place.
Story of your life, right?
Oh, it just came out my nose. Yeah, that's young Sean.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they don't come out with a real life action figure Sean. I listen, Dina Joe, did you get him at the Walmart?
I love it.
Because if so, I'm going to Walmart and I'm buying all of them. And I'm taking the box apart and I'm changing the tag and I'm putting my name on the tag like I did in the Photoshop.
Okay.
Seriously, we should. We totally should. Make them limited edition
Sean dolls.
action figure Sean.
But you're not really doing any action. You're just...
He's not a doll. It doesn't matter. Ken wasn't doing shit. Ken stood there.
He wasn't an action figure.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. He was a doll.
No.
G.I. Joe was an action figure.
No, I think anything that was male represent.
Was it action figure?
Was represented.
We need to look
yeah.
this up.
The gender, the male gender, I think. That was prime in his Sean. Sean in his prime. His arms move pretty good. Well, of course. That's the number one function the action figure Sean needs. Good elbows and a kung fu grip.
Kung Fu grip. Oh, my God.
I'm serious. We need to buy up all these action figure Seans.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyone sees those Seans, we need to buy them up. I'll buy them from you.
Seans.
I will buy them from you.
Well, I guess we better go look.
Yeah, we're going to Walmart from here. All right, are you done?
Huh?
Okay. Well, I'm not done. I haven't even stopped talking about my new action figure doll that I just got made. Oh, of course, he's got the little cube that he drives, the little car.
Oh, that would be fun.
Well, actually, action figure Sean has he drives a Volkswagen. Anyways, I digress. Before I frickin' go, Gordy Shores, I tried to watch it. Here it is, episode 5, Man on Man. The guys work together to create a bromance. Boom. Watch full episodes. Sorry, this content's only available for viewing in Canada. Canada.
Gordy said it was rubbish anyways.
What's rubbish? Canada?
No, the show.
Oh. I was going to say.
Yeah.
Careful what you say about my people.
Your people.
Well, I'm not actually Canadian. But I respect them.
Yeah.
For living up there where it's cold. I mean, I don't want to live there. Because it's cold. Bow, 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 bow. Action Figure Sean. People, if you go to a Walmart store and you see an Action Figure Sean, buy it. Get it to me. I need it.
Okay.
I'm on a quest. You send it, I'll send you a check.
Okay.
Send me a receipt, I'll send you a money order. I don't care what you want. Get it.
Okay.
Action Figure Sean.
Action Figure Sean.
If you want to be on the Everything Swallow podcast, you know how easy it is.
You just email us at everythingswallowpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, we can talk to you.
Mm-hmm. You can join the nation on Facebook. It's a private group that we have of friends, crazy, wild shenanigans always going on in there. Highly adult.
Inappropriate.
Yeah. So just beware before you join. If you have a problem with seeing wieners in hoo-haws, you might just think about it.
And look for all the journeys of Action Figure Sean, the bubble baths to come.
You didn't let me finish.
Is that what you were going to say?
No, I was going to say it's called Swallow Nation, the group on Facebook. But you just get so excited, and then you just start talking.
It's like Sean on the journey.
I love it. It's on Swallow Nation on Facebook. And got any ideas, got any desires, just want to share the love, reach out. Want to be on? Come on, hang out. We're having people back at the house, people, so we're having guests over this week. Oh, we're having guests. Who's coming over? Alicia is coming on the show. She is a medium, so we will be talking to her a little bit later. And then I have a wonderful lady named Denise who is going to come on and talk to us about her journey of life and sexual awakening.
If that is her real name.
Right. So we have that coming up. And next week we'll have some more guests because we're moving on, peeps. Come over. Hang out.
Next weekend.
Oh, we're having Tom.
Tom's going to be
IT
here.
Ted. Tom. He's
And
coming on the show.
Anything and everything is right here available on the show. If you want to come and be on the podcast, definitely reach out to us. Now, how cool is it that we had an hour conversation with one person in England and the other person in Sweden?
I don't know, but it was amazing.
That was sweet. So that does, and we talk to people in Iran all the time, but that you just call us in.
Gavin is looking for it on
What?
Apple Podcast. And we just want to thank Gavin and Christina for coming on the show, talking about their workshop that they have online at TheGroundWork.com.
Yeah.
And we're just encouraging everyone to do it. We're going to talk about it later and see who has done it. If you're going to do it, email us and tell us.
Right. Tell us if you get on, if you get the course, if you buy the course, because we want to know, who else is thinking like us.
Yeah,
going
and
through
we're
the
going to
journey.
do it so we can talk about it.
We are going through all kinds of journeys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is there anything else we needed to recap from yesterday? We have no guests coming the rest of this week, so if you...
I just said we did.
No, I mean, but Alicia's coming Thursday.
I don't know what day she's coming
okay,
yet.
but
I'll
she is
find
coming.
out, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And,
all right.
and Denise.
Oh, they're both coming.
Yes.
Oh,
You weren't listening at all
I
of
thought
anything
Denise
I
was
said.
a future week.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, if that's her real name. All right. Okay. Everyone have fun.
Have a good day.
Go love each other.
Happy Tuesday.
Ta-da. Ta-da. We're going to have a busy week.
Yeah, it's always busy.
It's Tuesday.
So busy.
Week's flying by.
It is. I love that. I'm doing that.
Sorry. I'm not sure. Is you still talking?
No, never mind.
I love
I'm
this
good.
song.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right, I'm going to...
Listening ears, Sean. That's right, Mrs.
Sit her
Sheriff.
down, Mrs. Sheriff.
I love it.
I guess I just feel like we did such a short podcast yesterday. We owe the people.
Oh.
Yeah, but not really.
Oh.
I don't know. Let's go to Walmart.
Oh, and pickles?
Deviled eggs.
Pickle shots.
If anyone makes
We owe everyone pickle shots.
pickle shots, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right, goodbye.
I'm going to go to Walmart and buy a Sean doll.
I love her. She said, you settled down.
You settle down. See, I shut myself off.
This is going to be great. Who knows what's going to happen, right? But whatever it is, it's going to be great.
Lots of good things.
Yep.
Can't wait to go camping.
I know.
Get into nature.
I know.
I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of forest fires. I mean, a lot of fires this year. I think we're
No.
going to be on fire ban
Yeah.
quite a bunch this year.
I think that is for a couple reasons, to deter people from going so much.
Yeah.
And, and
We're
'cause-
dry as hell.
Yeah. And it's super windy.
So I had this great idea today. I mean, our camper has electricity.
Mm-hmm.
What if we got one of those little cauldrons, like from Halloween, with the silk and the fan
flame,
that looks like a flame, and we just put that in the fire pit, run a little cord to it, and it'll still have the look.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that I would mind not smelling so smoky
Right.
and not having our camper smoky and stuff, because that sticks with you for days.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm just thinking about it. If we don't have fires, we don't really need fires. We can roast marshmallows over something.
Or we can split them in half and stick them on each other and
Eat
them off.
Try to blindfold and then try to find them.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Makes for a really sticky camping trip. You know what? The smoke might be better.
Yeah, I think you're right. But can we do that marshmallow thing anyway?
Okay.
Because that sounds kind of fun. I know. I've got 4 on my front and 4 on my back. Go. And you just stand there. The other person's blindfolded. Nom, nom, nom.
Yes, I love it.
Ah.
I can't eat that many marshmallows. I need to do the minis.
Eat the tail off the donkey.
You choked me.
That's what she said.
Oh, no.
You're silly. That would be a good game, though.
It would be.
Eat the tail off the donkey.
Yeah.
And it's you blindfold, you got to eat the treats. Maybe a marshmallow is not the best because that would be sticky.
Sticky.
But
Everything
an
is
M&M
sticky. How are you going to stick it on there?
tape. Little piece of tape.
Little piece of tape.
Hold the M&M right onto your body. Tell me it wouldn't. It would.
I don't know.
Don't eat the tape.
Yeah, and I guess you can't be oily either.
This is true.
You know?
Doesn't work for the tape.
No.
Well, it's going
Marshmallows.
marshmallows.
It is better. It's gotta be
All right.
marshmallow.
We need drinks of Sean. Well, sounds kind of weird. But I did ask another lady for her breast milk, so who am I to judge? Who am I to judge, Mary? It's not a doll, it's an action figure! It's an action figure, Mary.
Action figure Sean.
AFS. Action figure Sean. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. What is that?
I don't know. It jumped.
We don't go out on that.
Ba-da-ba. Bee-ba-doo-boo. Goodbye, everyone.
This was a great show. Goodbye.
It was a really good show. It was
Yeah.
it was enlightening. I love those two. We're gonna go sign up for the course.
Yeah.
I don't know how many pounds, how much that weighs,
Yeah.
but I'll get it done.
You figure it out.
I'm sure
It'll be fun.
it can convert it,
Yeah. It
and
will.
that's super generous. Pay what you can,
Yeah.
pay what you want.
Absolutely.
It's amazing
It is amazing.
because right now people need something.
Yeah.
And nobody's working. Well, not people are working.
Yeah, they're
You know
going
what I
back
mean?
now. Yep.
So
All right.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, my mic's off.
Bye. I hope you like what you just heard because you've just been swallowed.
Make sure and listen to us on Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, even YouTube and CastBox, or wherever you love to listen to your podcasts.
Give us a like, give us a love, give us 5 stars. Remember to share us with your friends because it makes a difference.
Remember, follow the swallows.